God.
J3, have y'all talked about having kids too? Me and Emily?
Oh my goodness.
Of course.
Can we not? Because
I want at least 26.
has been on another level. I'm actually expecting
26 kids.
to see the Hulk a lot more often. That goes hand in hand.
So we can have different teams in different esports. We can have 5 in Overwatch, 6 in Marvel Rivals. We can have 5 in Valorant, 5 in wait, that makes 20. 5 in Valorant, 5 in Counter-Strike.
I know you guys have really taken in.
Finally! Here's the first game. We got it.
We get started in the pick of mans. Even with the reset, we still see the Elsa booted out, stuck in jail.
There it is. We are here, and look at all these beautiful animated icons. I mean, already having
nice. Let's get this. Let's get this.
Absolutely insanity. The double Black Panther. I mean, I think that really.
So it looks like we're gonna see the same bands that we're getting from EMEA chat. You are getting rid of the Gambit. You are getting rid of the Elsa because no one wants to play with Elsa. You are saving the tank Deadpool because tank Deadpool is one of the best tanks.
On the band side over to FLYQUEST. And Daredevil's going to be their response. So with these new pick and bans, remember, these are one-sided towards the other team. And
how does he have the White Fox animated Lord? Chat, this is a tournament server. All the skins and all the
if they get to get away with having
champion icons are already unlocked.
FlyQuest now banning next, wondering what that's going to be because then
this is a different server. It's a tournament server. This is not live.
But you talk about the state of the meta
on the live server.
Specifically, have been able to lean into their own strengths. I think all eyes right now are on FlyQuest to see where they stand among some of the greats in the terms of titles of a lot of these teams. They protect the Jeff though, and that kind of already leads you to believe
protect the Jeff.
For FlyQuest.
Yeah, you already seen it right there where you have the ban on Gambit and the save on Gambit. So this is what we expected. We just talked about that with Zoe, right? I said, I think Pixel and their team, they got to play Gambit in the MRC, and they're probably going to do that and try to thrive on that dive here. So we're seeing their game plan around it. And the response to it, obviously, not having Loki is one way around it. They've got the availability to play Star-Lord, which I think is, you know, kind of a no-brainer a lot of the time. We'll see if they end up going that route. Pro Builder hovering on that Moon Knight. And down below, our first look at FlyQuest and what this team has got put together here. The Jeff is exactly what you want. Jolly, we've seen what.
How do you feel about Jeff in pro play? The only reason I think they're playing Jeff is I think Jeff is a really good character with dive. And also, if you are getting Dove as a support, Jeff has really high survivability. So
that he is a mainstay of FlyQuest and a different look of this roster, but also it's the inclusion of our 2 European players that you were talking about that has made their way over into the Americas, and it all lies to see how he's going to be able to do.
Melio is a player that I want to highlight because, you know, going back to stage 1 on that winning team with Navi, he has what it takes. He has that championship DNA. Obviously wanted a bit better of a grand finals there in Atlanta, but the guy has a lot of talent. Plays Adam, plays great duelist as well. But we've got to see him in a new team with a new dream, and we kick off now, ready to roll. FlyQuest going straight to the point.
He's got this started though. Vez already moving forward, and another conversation point, even since the MRC Cozy, has been where is Tinko right now? As we move all the way back.
Where's what?
Within the team, but kind of a no other choice, right? Because you like just a focus on these strategies. No Loki, no Jeff. You won't be able to get that double, but you try to get away here from the other side. Cafe Rose, they're just trying to force their way through this choke at the moment.
Yes, absolutely. We take a look here at Respect. You can't give this point up, so try to do everything you can because, again, it's about 70%.
Is the sound good for you guys, by the way?
Chance to win the whole thing if you just tap first in the way that ultimate rotation happens. So it's a new 20% reduction in general. That might change things. No, they're going to get the first taste.
Okay.
Victory here is Jolly and Tuesday follow, and that's the opening FlyQuest was looking for in their quest to make a brand new name for themselves. Melio going to continue.
Damn, Cafe Rose is coming out with 3 supports too. 3 supports, 2 tanks, 1 DPS, the solo DPS. No more.
The enemy is going to be located right here. We're seeing it now.
Tank pool is a little broken. Yes, that's why people are banning it. A little quiet. It's quiet.
Here you get to see it here within the MRI. 2C does have a reset available with that ultimate as well at the end song Inferno before backing away. Jolly taking a bit of damage off this. Is taking a nap though from Pixel, who's set to put him to sleep before diving in. Look at this damage output, trying to follow up together off of 2C, but I like the way they were able to back away. The only thing is they've lost out on Pixel and they only have Respect. The Pro Builder was as Respect does get that invisible boundary. They're still
nice dive. The Venom dove and then the Daredevil win. That's how you do a dive, chat. You don't do a dive by yourself. Sadly, they didn't get the kill, though.
As the lawyer Gonna go ahead and grapple up here, continue to look at what they have. Nice little steal up here. Gonna go towards Lyric, see if he can get something rolling. Gets him down to half and continues to roll. Jolly now trying to find something as gonna see if he can continue to just get those key cooldowns out. As Venom sometimes, you don't always need the elimination. Just try to force the big cooldown.
Wait, this is a console, what do you call it? Controller. That's a controller tank player, by the way, for all the controller players out there. Jolly on FlyQuest.
Coming out here though, and they've lost out on the Jets. It's gonna be the opportunity for Cafe Rose.
A Neo, appreciate that's a prime sub.
At the very moment, but Ken can make some plays coming right back forward, and they're gonna allow Cafe Rose now to try to take the point as little by little. FlyQuest trying to stop for as long as possible, already nearing that 80% mark. But Cafe Rose, they do manage to flip the point.
What is that camera angle?
So again, it's one thing flipping the point, it's another. What do you have kind of in your available ult economy to make it last? Pro Builder having the res is definitely going to help them. You know, obviously I always like to say it's either, you know, born again and lose again, or born again and win again. And with Marvel Zombies, anything can happen here. Respect opening aggressively could be a tactic they take. Kin though, watch out. This guy's got some crazy Jeff ults, and with this wide open Warrior Falls, we've seen it in the movies in Wakanda. It's giving him the perfect opportunity to throw him off here, as we're gonna have the devil let out.
Oh wait, I think Ken
started as the whale comes down as well, Vicky. We find ourselves
Ken.
with a quick trade.
No, he wasn't on my team. Who was my support player on the Boger Bash?
More beneficial for FlyQuest because unfortunately Cafe Rose won't have that invisible boundary, but you do have the passive available.
That looked balanced.
And Melio's already locked into him. He's gonna make sure he can't get that off, so that way you won't hear the board again.
It was Mash and Cooper. Yeah, Mash and Cooper.
Exactly what I thought.
Great memory, chat. I have a horrible memory.
Jaws, as we like to say, throwing them both off the map, not even a chance to try to answer the call. They have two strategists ult to respond here. 85% though. This is kind of where it's tough, Vicky, because you have to try to tell yourself, all right, do we full commit, what you should, or do we try to save something for the next point?
Okay, so far the NA production has been a little wonky.
Try to get these health, and with that full open dive, that's exactly what we're talking about. But a good trade on bet.
This though, you have the anti, and you absolutely take that if you're FlyQuest. It's usually going to be able to find Lyric next, as overtime is ticking away in favor for FlyQuest right now. Currently, Cafe Rose are desperately trying to portal back in to at least stall and try to get a reset, because Pro Builder still has that rest. He unleashes it, and respecting no points, they're now coming back. I was wondering, are they within the vicinity? But
we know a lot of these players on Cafe Rose.
That's
no binds.
So big, because through the window, they can actually come into recontest and come right back.
Yeah, just a sliver of overtime left, and still was able to maintain their point presence. And just like that, they cap it back with that res we just talked about. One of those 20% ult reduction ultimates, Vicky, that get so much more value because it's so much tougher to wipe right after. But Melio does not care. Again,
yo, we have a great game here, though.
Three to get rid of more than half the team, and FlyQuest adjusts.
I'm glad it's not 100 to 0.
And the finish. This is going to be all they need for this first point. Warrior Fall's going to go to the hands of FlyQuest.
He's not going to touch point. Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
I think he was getting like
3-minute cooldown.
He was getting pushed around, dude.
You've already utilized that. You try to throw everything in the basket, and you walk away with FlyQuest taking that first round.
But a spiral for 6 months. Neo with the massive prime sub as well. Appreciate it, guys.
Some adjustments, kind of last minute.
Come on. I just want to say this, guys. Cafe Rose, okay, have 2 new players on their team. On top of that, they had a tough time in the MRC towards the end of it, right? And so you're seeing this team that, if you look at how these teams rank up, had what I would say probably one of the toughest ways in pass. Not only that, they open up against someone like FlyQuest. And for them to even put the fight up they just did, I would definitely give them, you know, a quick tip of the cap. But either way, that is not going to get you a W. You got to bring it all together here. FlyQuest getting that first point, Vic. And on top of that, they've got Kin, they have Zelos to open up this
that suit
fight.
is clean.
On the other side, no strategist ult to the
Guy,
yes,
that suit was really clean.
They've got the Insong Inferno. Not going to be
not my favorite skin of hers, but the suit's clean.
So FlyQuest looking very ready to take point 1 right back.
It looks like they've been trying to force out so many staggers onto the triple.
The fuck does 2 times drop mean? There are 2 drops going on right now. Take exclamation mark drops.
To burn a sleep onto a lingering Jolly Venom, and it's not available to deal with Melio, who's been a problem.
Gave you a follow. Gotta support my balding brothers. What the fuck?
Exactly where the positioning of Cafe Rose.
Chat, tell that guy I'm not balding.
From the top, can't be so sneaky when you have to deal with Daredevil on this side. And he opens up, letting the devil out here. He dives right on top of Cafe Rose, and Respect gets jumped. There goes the
FlyQuest, bro. FlyQuest looks too strong, and they only used 1 ult for that too.
hell all by himself, and that's just great ult tracking.
Damn.
Nothing to respond to that, Vicky, right? And man, all these selfie cams are just gonna always get me here with Deadpool continuing to break that fourth wall. But yeah, Melio, this is already someone that I had, again, I kind of bold and underlined, got to see him so much in EMEA, meet him at, you know, LAN. What a great kid, but excited to see what he has here in America. Having a great opening statement for preseason, y'all, as every ult and Q is ready for FlyQuest. Cafe Rose does have the response to respect here momentarily, Vicky. You can see if they can write off that momentum, but look the aggression right away.
Immediately, right? But is there going to be a follow-up is the question. Respect, I like it. Jay's going to be able to hold on to that invisible boundary, not going to get baited, so Jolly just end up just holding them back for now. FlyQuest just trying to stay grounded before diving right in. Pixel's going to be able to answer right back, though, with that Mantis ultimate, the Soul Resurgence before the Jeff waited for it. Gets the Mantis together. They're trying to focus out on the Jeff together, too, but then they get stolen on, and it's both supports that are getting caught out by Cafe Rose. But with a double jump, Respect comes right back around with the invisible boundaries.
These new EMEA player additions are standing out in Melio. Now Kin saying, hey, I can play in the American scene quite easily as they throw two stretches right off. Melio and Jolly get the exclamation point with a little bit of a
God damn. I remember on day one when J3 said Tankpool felt like the best version he always knew. I don't ever lie to you guys. I don't think I've ever told you guys a bad take or ever lied to you guys.
Seize the Abyss to continue on that everlasting health pool. The Born Again and
I think FlyQuest came in third as well for the grand finals last year, but I don't know if they got any new members or not. I think they did, obviously. I don't think Jolly was on FlyQuest.
Here instead, before backing away, at least being able to put the point back in their favor.
And Melio as well. I think Melio used to play for a different team.
While Jolly could try to follow up together with Melio once they get those ultimates too.
It's kind of crazy. He had such good value on it last time, but unable to capitalize on top of it.
Oh, yeah, energy left. Yeah, there you go.
It's going to continue and to show why those nerfs weren't as big as you might think. Daredevil mains because he is back and ready for the action. He takes down one, followed by now no binds. That's the big kick on the sustain. Obviously, that Venom able to keep.
Hey, so far it looks pretty even. Good shit by Cafe.
They at least got the point back, Vicky, a little quicker. So now they're matched up to him a little tighter, and if they win this next fight with not as much ultimate, more neutral play, they might be able to snag this point.
Literally, they are just playing that neutral, right? They were able to brute force their way in without having to expend anything, as they didn't have much online beforehand, and now they're already nearing that 75%
Wait,
mark.
Spark Chief and also Cooper left?
Right back around.
Damn.
Follow up with a piece of the Abyss as Melio finds Respect first. Pixel's literally one-shot, manages to stay alive for now. Chenji doing his best with the Namor Squid to try to back them away. No bind swaps over to the Hulk, but even that's going to be able to back away. Jolly gets stunned right there too before backing two, but not trying to expend too much. Cafe Rose can't even go through this choke.
Yeah, I would have liked the rotation out there from Melio. Can punish you against other teams, but either way, they're going to have to find some answer to the Devil, whether that's going to be banning him in general, but they don't have an answer to the ult coming out from it. There's going to be the Strange Portal, though, from Pro Builder, as they're going to try to body block. Do find their way in there a little bit, and they have the whale, so look out. The Horn of Proteus is going to be summoned. Seeing if he can land the biggest one of their first starting career.
Oh, see, this is why.
So they get one, Vicky. This is the start of the snowball.
I think Jeff ult is kind of ass.
They knew exactly that the Jeff was going to
when it
hold on top
hits,
of the
it
Mantis.
hits, but most of the time it's kind of ass.
But is it going to be enough if you find Zelos next? That's Jolly. They find both of the strats. No binds. He's got his passive, but he doesn't have the current resurrection here. So now you have FlyQuest still and the number advantage. Pro Builder already used up that portal before, but they still were able to at least hold back FlyQuest.
I like this. This is actually huge for them. I mean, not great they're getting down right away, but either way, they have plenty of ults to use. And Zanji being that replacement of the duelist that we talked about is really stepping into the shoes. Kin goes down here, Lyric finds a big kick, and that's going to go in and open up the doorway. Respect goes, Pro Builder finds another. Hold on, folks. We might have ourselves a 1-to-1 if Cafe Rose can hold on. They continue to dump a good amount of ults. Pro Builder.
Uh-oh, chat. We might actually, NA might be more entertaining than EMEA. All the EMEA matches were 2-0s, chat. This is the first one that might go
And this is the reason why Cafe Rose banned Gambit specifically against FlyQuest. Ken being stuck on the Jeff and being the first one isolated as Cafe Rose are nearing 95. FlyQuest looking to see if they can recontest with Jolly being on the Bennett, but they have to touch right now as they force it with Jolly in that backside. Chandy just call him out. Great, getting some great follows with these Namor squids too, as well as the Trident. And Lyric finds Vez. That's one out. I have Akamoto for Pro Builder. Is there going to be a follow-up here? As they get 2, they get 3, and it looks like Cafe Rose with that number advantage. As we see FlyQuest, they still have a portal. That's another thing. They could recontest with this portal, but with overtime ticking down and
first game of the day. We're already for NA at least.
Cozy.
We're going to round 3.
My gosh, let's just all take a quick breath.
Remember, chat, FlyQuest was one of the invited teams. Cafe Rose, I'm pretty sure, was one of the teams that had to make it through the MRC qualifiers.
But we just said it going in. If they can win that point
Right?
back with a
I don't think Cafe Rose was invited. Yeah.
Then they can maybe take the map ultimately. And for me, I just felt like FlyQuest kind of let their foot off the pedal a little bit there towards the end. Try to have to tighten things up again. This is a team full of talent. We haven't doubted that. But in this dive meta, really have to be playing as one. Looking at what they have, though, Vic, Cafe Rose, I almost don't... I don't know more. I did not like the res there at the end for Bro Billy. Don't think they needed it. Would have been great to have it in this first fight here. So now they're going to have to go up against what is a bit tougher of an old economy going in FlyQuest's way, with Melio certain to open up with the devil.
And I'm also curious too, Cody, because it's important, if Vez ended up coming out of the spawn room gates and had committed to a portal, because if he did after swapping out, they won't really have that for 3 minutes. They probably won't until the very end there, but we do see some teams sometimes try to make plays like that so they can get an advantageous point over on the high ground of this specific round. And as you mentioned too, not really ultimates online for them to work with, while FlyQuest do have some, but I feel like those ultimates were very staggered in that second to last fight especially.
No, for sure. I've not seen them either have just an answer to Melio's ult, so we'll see where he takes his rotation. Jolly might rotate in. He's going to go into it right away. Again, there has not been a stop to it. Now they're having a great rotate back. He's going to have the soul spawn to keep them alive through it, but there goes Vespa. Vest, we know what he can do for that FlyQuest team. One of the main
Lasman, appreciate as a prime sub, my friend.
The team respect pulling in there, going right away for the other end.
Cayman Cheese, appreciate as a new tier 1 sub. Welcome.
Clash.
Gonna have to be a reset here for Cafe Rose, right? Respect knowing that just toss themselves right there onto the point. There was no stalling, considering that FlyQuest already had that point as Jolly using a Feast of the Abyss on Ghost, it looks like here, and Cafe Rose are just able to try to walk over from this right side of the choke.
Yeah, for sure. Lyric, hey, listen, they were able to get this point back pretty quickly last time, and that really helped them set up for success when they gave it 80% of that kind of gift. That was where they ended up losing. Pro Builder going to go fly up there with that new hover that you do get with the Soul Bond. He's going to get the pick on Jolly.
Yes, Miss Rennie.
One for the Golden God. Maybe not in the new life living side.
No way! An Adam Warlock was flying in the air to block a Phoenix ult. Holy shit, this player has the massive balls, bro. Jesus Christ, can you... Why would you... I would never think an Adam Warlock flying into that.
Here we go, Jolly committing already to the portal.
Can we talk about Shanji, by the way, being a huge highlight player for me, at least from Cafe
Golden
Rose.
balls, bro. Jesus.
They found their grounding. They made sure that Melio is not the same threat that we saw in that first round. Zelos commits the invisible boundary, though. Cafe Rose, respect still staying alive. Pro Builder is very close to having that karmic revival. All eyes on Pro Builder. If he's got that passive, he has it online now. Shanji's out of this fight. And with Pixel going out, you hear the Born Again rise again. He brings them both back together.
I don't know if they're winning this team fight, though. Big res, though. Four-man res or something?
Here, with no bites getting close to the Eye of Akamoto.
Yeah, with FlyQuest, though, able to keep on this point and stay the stall, this is going to be very tough now for Cafe Rose. They really need to have that take on the last hit there. That could be the swan song for the first map. Either way, the Agamotto comes out.
Oh, this was, I don't know, man. Chat, I feel like this is the difference of experience right here. Did Cafe Rose win that last round? Yes, they did, but this looks like a stomp right now. 100-0 on the third map. Yeah, chat, this is looking like an 07, bro. First round, it looks like it goes to FlyQuest.
They left off year 1, dominant in America.
Oh!
And here we go, Vicky. It's looking like it.
You bong on Pro Builder's forehead there with the end song Inferno. I'm here wondering, the backline of FlyQuest, they're in some trouble, but the split attention and the communication can still stay alive. He's got his ultimate available here, and with everybody stuck inside the invisible boundary, he activates the trigger, the It's Jeff Lyric going wild, by the way, here too.
That's
Clicking
true.
even more
I mean,
heads
that is
onto
true.
FlyQuest, and Melio does have
Maybe
the
that
Daredevil
curse is
ultimate
over.
too. You may want to try to see if he has an opportunity to follow up with Jolly on getting an anti there.
True.
And Sanji, he spears the Jeff and makes some sushi as FlyQuest now are down a player.
Not the Shark stagger. Yeah, I mean, looking at what they have, again, this they're
Fear
in a worse
Lab, it
position,
might
but
be
they're
on my
kind of the
second
same field
YouTube
as they were
channel, my
last time.
Jay3
If they
too.
don't commit too much. Zanji, keep your eyes on him with
Probably
the
my
whale. What
editors
can
will
they
be
get
posting the
pick-wise?
best
Can they
ones
get
on
a
there.
strategist out early, or will Melio just go completely on respect like last time and really shut down the Dream for the first map win? Melio going to go ahead and rotate to the right. We can see him there behind on the balcony, it looks like. Going to find good rotation though from the team. Staying close together. Pro Builder at 80% Vicky. That's how they got it last time. Can he stay up and get that resurrection? Once again, Zanji gets the pick on 10. That's what we were looking for.
And he needed some ammo, Sanji.
Oh, then the more popping off, getting two people right there.
And a problem splitting the
Hey,
attention
hey.
of FlyQuest. That
I'm
shuts
glad
down the
to
win
see my
condition,
boy
right?
Namor getting some
Melio
game
needed
time
Jolly's
and
help to
doing
go in
well
after
at
letting
that.
The devil
Hey.
out. And as they fall and their plan falls
Sticky,
apart, now
I
Cafe
think,
Rose,
was,
they win
he's
another
too
team
young to
fight.
play
And look at the ultimates that will be
professionally
online
and-
for that next fight.
Yeah, I think
Just gonna
you need to be like
what they
16
needed,
or
right?
18. The
Pro
kid's
Builder now has
14,
the res.
15.
It doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah.
Passive on board as well. Respect should be able to rotate into
It
it.
sucks, but yeah.
This is legit how they just
Dry.
won.
It doesn't matter actually about Dry Namor anymore.
Second
I
tournament
think
as they're gonna go in early.
I think they did a real good job on keeping Namor, not having Namor rely on his team up ability as much.
But the Born Again ready again. Pro Builder brings her right back to the fight. Pixel getting a Melio out of here. 87%. The portals are going to be right 8% close to the cooldown on the side of FlyQuest as well.
But Pro Builder did what he had to do. He used the Karma for revival. He stayed alive just long enough. And by the way, hadn't used his passive right before, he gets a beautiful snipe onto Zelo's overtime, taking away Cafe Rose. They've tied this up. Lyric isolating Ken. This position has FlyQuest scattered. Very messy from the back line. You come in with the
I talked shit earlier today. I said FlyQuest was winning this shit. Now Cafe Rose might actually take. No way!
Celebration.
FlyQuest.
Welcome to Ignite Year 2. I'm telling you, Group of Death.
I did not curse them.
Underdog does not matter.
I did not curse them. I did not curse them, chat. I did not curse them.
I believe in this team did it just
Okay,
now.
okay, okay. But I just want to say something real quick.
Coming in here, filling in the shoes.
I just want to say something real quick here, chat. FlyQuest has $6.3 million with 300 people that voted for them. Cafe Rose only had 100 people with $500,000, 500K. The return ratio is 1 to 13. 1 to 13 return ratio, bro. Oh my god.
From FlyQuest and then the follow-up with Jolly.
Yeah, I've got to say, I mean, you can tell. I mean, look at the stats.
That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. This is a good game, bro. Good game so far.
19, 18, but it doesn't matter. This was what I was trying to
The
point out
Venom, the Venom on controller went 40 and 7.
Talent in the world got to play as one unit, and I mean, sometimes it's a game of inches.
Wow,
You know,
look at FlyQuest. FlyQuest looks like they popped off, but
cooldowns were coming off by mere seconds to decide some of this, and it came down to that last push of Melio trying to go in, get that backline early, but the trade.
I said 07 too soon, chat. I ended up being one of the people that I hate the most, calling the game over when it was not over.
And helping out PO, right?
Dikane, appreciate it for 3 months, my friend. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? This is why the game is never over until it's over.
They were getting harassed. They were getting picked apart. It was forcing out a lot of staggers that we mentioned in that second round. But Cozy, Pro Builder did
never over until it's over, chat.
What do you expect? You have to lean into the win condition of the Karma Revival, and in that first round, they just did not let him, and Melio prevented him from trying to get a lot of those resets.
I mean, for me, what's crazy is you have Tree and Sticky, I believe, that got, ultimately replaced on this team to things out of their control.
Pay us out.
To have that
chat, that was only one game, bro. It's a best of 3.
Talking like stepping into the
Cafe Rose needs to win the next game or the one after that. The prediction's not over.
I guess you can say that there's not much pressure if you're the underdog in a series, right? I think all the pressure is on the opposition here. People expect FlyQuest to make a very dominant statement in this opening
Let us
match
bet on
Cafe
each
Rose.
game.
They are the
Nope,
heavy
it's bet on
favorites
series.
heading
There's
into this
10
one.
series in the
New piece for
game.
Cafe Rose worked out so well. Also, really big credits to the pick and ban phase there. I think they've done their homework there. They managed to like move some pieces here and there to kind of force the hand. Seeing Ken stuck on that jet, for example, I think that really worked in their favor. Overall, I'm extremely impressed with what we've seen from Cafe Rose.
I am not betting on each game, chat. I've always done each series. It's always been the thing.
I don't know, the off-season rust, like, where did it go wrong? Because it felt a little stucky at times.
Vicky, if I may, I mean, for me, a couple of things to point out. I mean, first of all, this is the team coming in third, right? So they were in third in the MRC. They're playing against FlyQuest. I, for one, had FlyQuest, a team that I said could easily be the sleeper of this whole thing, but also I had them ranked, I believe, 5th in my predictions because I need to see them play together. I need to see this team of all these talented players play as one, and that is one I felt like slipped out of their hands that they felt confident in. But also, you're right. I mean, this team, Vic, we just casted them in Cafe Rose. They're kind of hot. They come in from, playing.
Bro, I don't know why, but I'm looking at like
these 2 new additions, and that obviously aided them.
Cozy and his streaming setup.
For me too, because when I get to see that they had protected the Gambit, it's like we don't see that.
I feel like he's
and now I understand why.
casting from heaven.
They knew that was going to come. They had the Mantis for the stun. They had reset opportunities with the Adam Warlock.
Like he looks like the guy, just like the other guy in EMEA chat. He looks like the guy that I would have to talk to pass the gates of heaven.
Having some players on ping, bringing in these new players
like
too,
the hair, the background, like the white
of
jacket, bro. He just looks like
I think it
he just looks like an angel.
Trickles down as a main bold factor to the staggering of these ultimates and not being able to get these follow-ups that they're looking for to allow them to have that win condition. And it's Melio Go will enable him, and unfortunately, we just didn't see that happen.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Melio. I know, Cozy, you had your eyes on that player, and we know what he can do with that Daredevil. What do you expect to see in our second map?
Yeah, for me, I mean, first of all, domination, when you have Adam Warlock involved and it's not on one team, the other has it in their strategy, you would just have to play perfect, right? We saw that. Like, they would win and it didn't matter. They would get the pick and it didn't matter. So I think a little bit of that was not just pick and ban phase where a lot of this is said and done, but also just the strategy going in. Melio is going to be a problem for them. I think Daredevil probably will be addressed on this next pick and ban phase, Zoe, if I were to guess. But I need to see now all tied together in what team comps they're putting together, because we have seen them play individually well, but there's so many different comps that you can line up, especially in domination. But where teams get favored a bit more is out of that game mode, when it's not so much of a skirmish and there's more of that organized play.
Given the players on that FlyQuest roster, because obviously losing the first map
what?
means that they
Cozy
now get
looks
to
like
pick
a
the second
school
one.
quarterback.
Which mode do you think they're going to take us to? Which map do you feel like actually would favor their style?
Pretty sure Cozy stole my lunch money in high school.
Up, though, Cozy. I mean, I wanted to see your opinion here, but I'm thinking maybe FlyQuest want to try to lean into like a convoy map.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, since it's a whole new team, it's going to be a lot different, right? But I bet if I were to guess, a lot of teams like to reset in Yggdrasil. We like to go there a lot. Sometimes they'll end up going to Midtown as well.
I hope they don't go to Midtown, bro. We saw a lot. We saw too much Midtown, bro. And give us a different scenery, man.
Zone. With Citadel back, I do remember them being a big Yggdrasil team as well, so that's where I would expect this to go most likely. But again, these teams have full different strategies, and the coaching is just so important, Zoe, at this level, right? Like, what is
TDK's dad, Emily, was here also on YouTube, but she's on J3.
They have the homework they can do from just a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So whoever's helping
TDK's dad is wondering where you are
to identify some weakness.
Well, let's hear it. Coach Cozy, Coach Vicky, what do you think? Have you actually been able to like?
Jay's setup gives off broke middle-aged streamer who eats ramen for every meal.
Very obvious things that need to be cleaned up in map 2.
So what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the number one issue there is figuring out, like Cozy stated, domination's a very crazy toss-up on who manages to get that point first, which is why it's so important, which is also a highlight towards their reset opportunities. I think for a team like Cafe Rose, who had to make adjustments within the last, we're gonna have to 2 weeks now at this point, they've already found their grounding, and they've already shown that they've been able to adapt around the pick and ban phase that is very unique to the MRI compared to what you experienced back at home from your own ranked games and in the MRC when we have broadcasted that.
Also, there's nothing wrong with ramen and stuff.
being able, if you're FlyQuest,
there's nothing wrong with ramen. You know what sounds really good, chat? The 99-cent ramen, and then you put in some cheese in there, and then you cover it so the cheese can melt, and then you have that cheesy ramen.
Well, then you gotta go follow up with your Daredevil, and it doesn't seem like that was a
Oh
problem,
my
honestly, for the
god,
last
yo,
two rounds for
Jay
Cafe Rose.
Ent
So
with
they
the
may say
massive
not
10
banning it,
gifted
especially since
subs.
we are going over to
Absolutely
Convoy.
insane, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah,
cheese in your
for
ramen. That's
me,
nothing bad.
listen,
That's not
let's
bad.
go and look at what I said. I think Jolly early on.
Yes,
I need
chat.
to see
Nah, bro, you
how
guys
Jolly
are
can kinda
saying
work with Melio more on this
Nah, how about
map.
ill
It's
you?
really just
Don't
about
knock it unless you try
the
it.
fundamentals of
Cheese
like, I
in
need
your
to see
ramen
more
is
strategy
delicious.
involved. It
And
kinda
it's a
felt like
pretty
6
frequent
very
thing as
talented
well.
players going out there and have a good time. It's like we got to see now where some of the homework has come in here.
Yeah, chat is uncultured. I agree, bro.
Ken and Alex together on Citadel Gaming and EMEA scene. Ken is a phenomenal strategist. We saw him with some big plays, but then the follow-up didn't happen after those big plays. So for me, it's just the teamwork. I don't expect them to lose this next one, but again, after
Yes,
that
I
first
put
one,
cheese in ramen. It's fantastic. Thank you,
Yeah, I mean,
bro.
this is best of 3, right? So the first two wins the series. It will be quite rough for FlyQuest to start the group stage off going down against, and that might be playing in their heads right now, the perceived bottom team of their group.
Yeah, I mean, listen, because that's what we were trying to highlight, right? It's not just that it was a underdog fight, right? We have those all the time in sports. It was a truly, I mean, if you were to, in sports sense, it's like a college team going against NFL. I mean, that's the best way I can say, right? The pro football team. So when you have this up against the wall with only a best of 3, there's not a lot of time to adjust. Guys, you have to get on it right now, Zoe, and we find ourselves 0-1 with FlyQuest down a game. If you're just now coming in.
Oh, they're jumping straight into this game.
Let's
Okay,
get
cool,
this
cool,
going
cool,
here.
cool.
Game number 2 now in our first series. It's what Zoe highlighted, Cozy, because can you imagine like just the level of upset you have here with FlyQuest? Again, may not have been on top of most of everyone's like rankings, but this was just not a look that we were expecting of Cafe Rose to make the adjustments that they have. Again, just so quick already with Elsa being off the table.
Vic, remember going back to stage 1, FlyQuest lost to, I believe, Ego Death. And then they were called Side Quest. And it kind of like kicked off a little bit of an era of this like revenge tour that they had. So like, it's kind of funny enough in the rival scene, they've been here before in a way, right? But also, this is such a new era for them. And so we'll see how they lock
Jay,
in.
you
Arauco
wolf down
obviously
Big
was
Macs
not
like
on my
Tic
board that
Tacs.
I
First
thought
of
they
all,
would
I
pick,
don't
but
like
here we
Big
find it.
Macs. If I
And
ever
two,
do go to
addressing
McDonald's,
these
I'm
changes
getting a
in the
double
big
quarter
band is-
pounder, okay?
Not that many, right? I mean, the only big change that you see here is we're going to go with the lock now.
Which
on
I
the
haven't
Amora
had in
lock.
about... I haven't had
And
fast food
ban on the other side,
since the beginning of this
get
year.
Gambit out of here because they saved it last
Yeah.
time, but they didn't even use it.
Yeah, because now this is also tricky for FlyQuest because
I've
sure,
actually not... Yeah,
Cafe Rose
I'm
may
doing
have
pretty good.
saved the Gambit, but the fact that they didn't
You
use
on a
it,
diet?
FlyQuest
No,
know,
I
okay,
just
well, they had
there was
Gambit
a there was
available, they're not
a there was
gonna
a
use the
thing on
Gambit.
Twitter
Let's get the Jeff
of
out
all the
here
like
instead,
CEOs
because
of
we know that
fast
they're gonna
food
wanna run
not
triple
like eating their
strategists
their
as well.
own food
So
and then
now
calling
we'll
it
protect
product and all
onto
that
the
stuff.
dive characters I'm expecting here
So
from FlyQuest. It's gonna be the
yeah,
sidewalk.
I don't if they're
Trying to
not
get the
trying to
combo
eat it, chat.
going.
Well, I don't know
But
about me,
Cafe
man.
Rose are going to be able to stay strong, though, on this triple strategist lineup. They said it worked before. We're going to do it again.
Absolutely here as they're going to be locking in the last ban. And I think this is Daredevil. I think this is the wise move. That was kind of the one Achilles heel that they did have. And it did come to Melio. Melio's hero pool is absolutely massive, though, so would not be surprised if they can do adjust to this pretty quickly here. Psylocke on the save, though, does tell the tale that Tuzi is a phenomenal player. So this guy, sometimes you have your best player.
Okay, let's see this chat. Round
saying,
2.
all right, I'm locking
FlyQuest
in.
is
I'm
already
going
down a
Psylocke.
game,
If you
which
don't
is
know what the
wild.
changes to Psylocke, tremendous buffs in the neutral. Having your cooldowns activate those abilities that much quicker. Her burst potential that much more. Not feeding off the vanguards just for the ultimate now. This will help them a bit in what they want to design for. Especially on Arauco, Vicky, where there's plenty of pathways to make the job happen.
Right, but I'm mostly worried too. Like, what is going to be this backline looking like? You want to be able to get those damage boosts in if you're Pixel as well onto Nobites and Shanji. You want to enable Shanji, who was that very critical player for Cafe Rose to refine that foundation that they needed to build back that momentum into that
Have you
second
ever
fight
tried
around the
getting
first two
a
of our first
piercing
map.
in
But a different
between
look
your
now.
butt cheeks
Cozy,
to
as
help
we get
cut down
started,
those big
FlyQuest
turds from
starting things
splashing
off on
back
the
at
attack.
you?
It seems like we can't ever escape Clintar in the good old and new here, Cozy. It's back to the tradition that we have seen within our matches.
Arauco. I mean, we don't get a lot of Arauco, right? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, first of all, obviously we have the great music leading into it, but yeah. Having to go
Bro,
and escort the
chat,
foe is not something we
I'm
see
done,
too
man.
much
I'm
here at
not
the
reading
high
you guys
level.
anymore,
We
man.
tend to try to avoid it, but no, FlyQuest choosing to embrace what could be a new change here. And right away, you see the setup that they're going on.
Great map, by the way. I love this map. I'm glad that we're on it.
Plenty of sense to me. Pro Builder, again, is going to have to be a big focus. While the Squids already have the water against fire, we know that weakness exists going all the way back to 1996. It's still here in Rivals.
You would think, though, like after we saw how strong the No More followers were, that maybe FlyQuest, they were learning over that Jeff ban, could it have been the Namor instead to try to stop enabling Sanji here? And now you get the follow-up.
Artonis, appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. How you doing? How you doing?
Look how quickly that ban pool is able to build up that ultimate, holding on pretty strong right now. Pro Builder still lingering in the back. For Juicy being on the sidelock, is just able to kind of farm out more of that pressure onto No Binds.
Yeah, let's see what Juicy is going to play here. Showing a good example, you know, playing side with the team. A lot of people like to go pure dive, but definitely could just go ahead and help out on that quick execution combos with the Vanguard. Lyric going behind him and showing why he's such a threat in the Deadpool position. When you put on this ult on a back strategist, it's so tough because your other
wow, good play by FlyQuest to keep that support up. That's huge.
Explosion to Pro Builder. That's going to be a nice hit. Saw Pro Builder not get my favorite reses out from his passive.
That was a huge play by FlyQuest to absorb all that damage.
Yeah, right, because you usually see them use it before, and then they're able to ult, but he's been holding on to it for quite some time. Already had to use that up this time around. And again, Melio being here on this Phoenix, when you don't see Elsa on the table, and a map like this, a lot more longer pipeline before diving into the top, holding on to that invisible boundary, stopping any sort of push from 2C, making the Dance of the Butterflies literally inaccurate.
Pro Builder with a hit. Well, that was absolutely clutch here now as Respect going to be hidden. We'll go ahead and see what they can find out. And this is exactly what we wanted to see. Ken getting those huge environmental
nice swallow, nice swallow.
We know what he can do in the strategist position, and this is going to help their aid push in a pretty tough choke point here. The res now for the rest of the team.
Also, that is very interesting. Cafe Rose can play Gambit, but they're not playing Gambit. I guess they're playing the thing that, like, you know, worked really well for them.
And he did it in such a great way, right? The repositioning so that way he can bring back his team.
Ooh, nice by Tuzi.
Comes in with the KO, finding Pro Builder. No passive there as well, but at least Pixel will hold on to the ultimate, waiting for it. The anti comes out from Jolly. Is there going to be a follow-up, though? No. They get to be close together with Pixel, who has that soul resurgence. Lyric follows up right afterwards. And Cozy, it's happening right now. Cafe Rose, they have just been forcing FlyQuest to play so split up. It's basically stopping any sort of dive follow-up that they want to go for.
Absolutely. Now, as we continue to find what they can do on this defensive approach, only a minute and 7 seconds.
Oh, yeah, only 1 minute left for FlyQuest, bro. FlyQuest does not look this. I mean, I know it's a different team, but wow, they look completely different from last year. I feel bad, bro, because we do duo with Vess a lot, and he's a good guy. Melio as well is a good guy. Bro.
Does find himself a low Lyric. Can he get the exclamation? Yes, Melio finds the ending of that. And here comes No Binds right back into it as a Venom. They're going to have to win this fight perfectly, and it's not going to start out well with 2 going down, Vicky.
Susie doing the rest, trying to go in with the Dance of the Butterflies here. FlyQuest have lost out on 2, and Cafe Rose are trying to at least recontest here as Lyric coming into the spawn room gates finds a quick little heady onto 2C. The Jeff is going to be able to just float away from Ken. He will have the H-Jeff soon because you're down to less than 20 seconds on the clock for FlyQuest to try to recontest.
Fly, the mental, you got to pull it all together here. Ken does have a huge opening. He's gotten 2 in the past. They've got to follow up on this perfect. Find Respect or Zanji. Pro Builder's still pretty far away from the res, so this is your opening. 5-6 seconds left. They're about to go and dive and touch. We're going to go ahead and have Jolly probably leave that first hit in. There it goes, and everybody's collapsing. No Binds.
Oh, shit, bro. FlyQuest getting full held by an MRC team? Chat.
It's overtime ticking.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Oh, I hope you're hungry, Cozy, because Cafe Rose just stops FlyQuest.
The first game of NA.
First checkpoint. Stop them.
No offense to EMEA, has been a lot more entertaining.
What? Psylocke Protect? I mean, unfortunately for Tuesday, I'm sorry, we gotta talk about it, but
bro, an underdog is beating.
Not working out. Maybe you'll get like 1 or 2 hits here, but the strategist line from Cafe Rose were getting protected so well, not only from Shanji. Pixel was very accurate with putting them to sleep as well as Lyric. He said, what are you waving at? He was waving at nothing until he came back from the spawn room gates. And then you see 2 members of FlyQuest just coming around the back end in front of him, and then he could get another 4 stagger.
Predictions are in shambles over here as we find ourselves
Predictions are in shambles. This is
not
true.
The team you might think it would be, and again,
Predictions
I'm
are
watching what I
in
could
shambles.
Call, like doom match right now from FLYQUEST. It's like you have all this talent. They're all doing their own thing, but not as one cohesive unit, and especially in this meta, it is so.
Why would they go
important.
Gambit on
That
attack
Rose
though?
playing calm,
Why fix
cool,
when ain't
collected.
broke? They're winning
not
with this comp, so
identifying
why
the
can't
threats that need
continue
to
it,
go
right?
First, and it is happening each and every single match here in or fight as they continue to go on. FLYQUEST would have to have a legendary Helm's Deep worth of a defense, where this is going to end quick.
Starts in 5, 4, 3.
This is a really tough situation to be in. Hailing fear from FLYQUEST now, being on the defense. See if anything changes, because a big focus has got to be on Sanji. You got to prevent Pro Builder from being able to get set up here, especially when you're calling out when he's using these passes. He's been mixing it up here. Pick's already taking a good chunk of that damage, but so is Zelos, as he's the first one out. Yes, they put no bites to sleep, but it's already too late. Tusi had made that swap over to Namor to try to at least match that with Sanji. They get the trade up, and that's what they needed from them.
Vest needed to, at least, even though Vest has been on this FLYQUEST roster, he is the anchor, in my opinion, of this team. He does at least slow down a little bit. Nobind just getting these massive picks. I gotta say, just highlighting one player, Nobind getting these huge picks early. And again, we saw this from
Yeah, what's good, man? What's good? What's good?
But obviously a much different scene against this competition. Lyric though and Zanji find both strategists. Good night. Go to bed. FLYQUEST taking
Oh,
the
dude. Oh, dude.
Mickey.
No
I feel so bad for
there's FLYQUEST all
FLYQUEST
the way
right
back
now,
to the
bro.
spawn room gates
He-
here.
oh.
FLYQUEST, nobody in sight, and Vest can't swap. He has the ultimate. So, I mean, somebody needs to try to recontest if they want to burn a portal, but they're looking to see if they can get out of this choke right now.
Wait,
Cafe
they
Rose
just
are
said
looking to
Vest
set
can't
up.
swap because he has the ultimate, but as
Fly zone is what they're setting up in every
Deadpool
way.
died,
Pixel
so he doesn't have it
oh,
anymore.
Jolly, and that is it, folks. My goodness, can you believe your eyes?
Bro!
Most of us had as the team that would have
Bro!
the most ahead of them, the biggest challenge to close.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll look at the stats real quick, but
That
oh
mountain
my
taking
god,
down
chat.
FLYQUEST 2-0.
Show me the stats. Show me the stats. Show me the money.
Get ready, because they did it, and
Show me the money.
Sanji is your MVP. This Namor was popping off. I mean, he'll definitely
Show me the
be able to do his
stats.
style in the future with that new skin, by the way, as you get to take a look at 13. Oh,
Hey,
he did
Boba.
not go
He's
down
a baby
a single
boy.
time. With 6 final hits, I mean, it comes to show you, like, you look on the other side. What's the problem here for FLYQUEST? Well, they couldn't get these raw picks, right? Like, they were
Yoon,
constantly getting shut down.
I
You're talking
voted
about
for
PC
Cafe
specifically
Rose because
on
I
the
felt
spot.
bad.
They
Well, you probably don't
burned
feel bad
a
now. If you
protect
bet,
on
if
the
you bet
sidewalk for them to not be
$100,000,
able to even use it.
you just won
For me,
a
this
1
is
to
the
1
biggest opening. I think
1
this
to
is the storyline
13
here. With
ratio.
3
If you bet
out of 60
100K,
out,
you
these players
won
play Spider-Man, Elsa, they're playing different comps
1.3
altogether.
million.
Where the heck has Zanji been? Because they found